New auto prices are rising and incentives are falling. Phil LeBeau joins us right now with more. And ahead of a big weekend, we would normally see a lot of sales for Memorial Day, Phil.
Iconic car brands that once ruled the roads are now fighting for survival. From plummeting sales to outdated designs and financial turmoil, these 11 brands are closer to disappearing than you might think. And although they look like smart buys, underneath their engineering disasters and financial traps rolled into one. Nissan, from everywhere to nowhere. Once a symbol of affordable Japanese reliability, now it has decayed into a shell of its former self. The real story isn't about a single model. It's about how Nissan lost its grip on trust, performance, and purpose. This is a brand that gave up trying. Start with the Rogue. This compact sport utility vehicle, once a top choice for suburban families, has become a cautionary tale in modern design failure. Its continuously variable transmission, once hailed as innovative technology that would revolutionize fuel efficiency, has turned into one of the most hated drivetrain components on American roads. Owners report jerking, slipping, and complete failure often before reaching 100,000 miles. Replacement costs range from $3,500 to $8,000, assuming the dealership can even find the parts. The Altima shares this cursed fate with devastating consistency. Across the 2015 to 2020 model years, complaints poured in detailing identical transmission problems. The promise of fuel efficiency quickly collapses when the car spends more time at the service bay than in motion. Camshaft sensor issues, intake gasket leaks, and failing catalytic converters round out the Altima's miserable resume. Once considered a competitor to the Honda Accord and Toyota Camry, the Altima now resembles a vehicle that gave up trying. Then comes the Frontier, a truck that looks the part but struggles with the basics. The 2018 to 2021 models have been repeatedly criticized for unresponsive steering, an outdated interior, and ride quality that feels like punishment. Despite its off-road styling and rugged image, the Frontier has been left in the dust by more refined rivals, like the Toyota Tacoma. From design stagnation to engineering shortcuts, Nissan's downfall wasn't a single event. It was 1,000 small compromises, each one slowly draining value from the badge. The company recently faced near bankruptcy in Japan, with profit losses reaching 99% compared to previous years. This alarming financial collapse shocked the automotive industry and cast serious doubt on Nissan's long-term survival prospects. Now, Nissan's engineering shortcuts are bad. But wait until you see what happens when a luxury brand's interior literally starts melting in your hands. Jaguar, the expensive headache. You don't drive these cars, you survive them. The F-Pace enters the room with undeniable charisma, featuring sleek lines, muscular stance, and that unmistakable British badge. It promises power, sophistication, and prestige. What it delivers is mechanical chaos. Models built between 2016 and 2020 are now infamous across owner forums. The infotainment system freezes in the middle of navigation. The stop-start function misfires in hot weather. Most shocking of all, the interior literally melts during summer months. Drivers have reported glue seeping from the steering wheel, a disgusting reminder that some luxury touches are only skin deep. Squeaks and rattles infiltrate the cabin like a broken symphony as premium materials lose their integrity. Doors, dashboards, and suspension components lose harmony and fall apart with alarming frequency. The mechanical issues prove even worse than cosmetic disasters. Transmission glitches emerge early in ownership cycles. Oil leaks soon follow. Sensors fail at alarming rates throughout all vehicle systems. Ownership becomes an endless cycle of repair appointments. One repair visit leads to another, then another. Over a 5-year period, the average Jaguar F-Pace racks up over $13,000 in repair bills. That astronomical figure doesn't include routine maintenance or unexpected emergencies, just the privilege of keeping basic transportation functions operational. J.D. Power responded by slapping Jaguar with below-average reliability ratings across nearly all categories. For luxury buyers who expect excellence, these ratings represent deal breakers. The brand that once built automotive legends now manufactures expensive liabilities disguised in premium leather. Global sales plummeted to just 33,000 units in 2024. An 82% decrease from previous peaks. Still, there's one thing worse than buying a luxury car that breaks. It's buying an American icon that could kill you on the highway. We went digging through reliability databases. owner complaints, and repair records that most people never see. You now have the insider information that could save you thousands on your next car purchase. If this research helped you dodge a financial bullet, hit that subscribe button. It helps us keep exposing the truth automakers don't want you to know. Jeep, America's off-road lie. They invented the sport utility vehicle concept. Then they weaponized nostalgia to sell mechanically compromised vehicles to customers who thought they were purchasing automotive history. What buyers received instead was expensive education in systematic engineering failure wrapped in heritage marketing. Start with the Wrangler, the vehicle that should represent Jeep's engineering pinnacle. Third-generation models, particularly from 2007 to 2018, delivered more recalls than reliable road trips. Electrical bugs plagued owners from the moment they drove off dealer lots. Brake systems failed without warning. Steering systems became so loose that drivers described them as suggestions rather than commands. The infamous death wobble of the 2017 Wrangler wasn't just an isolated incident. It represented systemic design flaws that triggered 5 federal investigations and over 1,500 consumer complaints. This terrifying vibration made highway driving feel dangerous. The 2018 model, heavily marketed as the best iteration yet, suffered 12 separate recalls and served as a grim reminder that iconic styling couldn't fix fundamental engineering incompetence. Even basic ride comfort fell apart under scrutiny. The seats remained stiff and unsupportive. Cabin space felt cramped despite external dimensions. The suspension bounced over city streets like a poorly tuned trampoline, making routine driving feel like punishment. Jeep's Grand Cherokee should have provided redemption, but instead delivered additional disappointments: premature brake wear, glitchy power steering, and the nightmare component known as the totally integrated power module left thousands of owners frustrated and financially drained. TIPM failures often lead to no-start conditions, random stalling, and complete electrical shutdowns, all without warning signs. Replacement costs run into thousands of dollars. Only 25% of Wrangler owners believe their vehicle will hit 200,000 miles, a devastating statistic for a brand that sells longevity as a lifestyle choice. Jeep has been disappointing American buyers with deadly vibrations, while across the Atlantic, another country's engineering reputation is crumbling even faster than their transmissions. Volkswagen, engineering or illusion? German engineering once stood as a global benchmark. It meant overbuilt components, mechanical elegance, and trust that the machine beneath you would last a generation. For too many Volkswagen drivers today, those ideals have rusted away, replaced by dashboard chaos, mystery noises, and breakdowns that feel almost intentional. Start with the Jetta, once an icon for affordable European performance in America. It now carries warning labels in buyer forums and ownership surveys. The 2019 model year marked a visible shift toward compromised reliability. Quality scores collapsed to just 1 out of 5 stars. Owners immediately pointed to fundamentally flawed transmission systems that stumbled through gear shifts with hesitation, jerks, and grinding noises. Especially problematic in the ironically named Eco mode. Dealerships initially dismissed these complaints as normal characteristics. However, when normal operations start sounding like mechanical sabotage, consumer trust in the brand quickly collapses. The problems only deepen with ownership time. Jettas have been plagued with head gasket failures leading to coolant leaks, overheating, and engine damage costing thousands to repair. These aren't high-mileage vehicles. Many breakdowns occur far too early in ownership cycles. Scale up those problems to the Volkswagen Atlas, marketed as the ultimate family SUV. Engine issues begin with connecting rod bearings, small components that carry the full force of the engine's power stroke. When they fail, results are catastrophic. Drivers have reported horrifying stalls in traffic and total engine seizure. Meanwhile, brake master cylinders have caused total brake failure without warning. The worst part? You don't know disaster is approaching until it strikes. Electrical systems add another layer of frustration. Infotainment crashes, ghost alerts, and malfunctioning reverse cameras turn basic driving into stress-inducing gambles. Volkswagen built its reputation on reliability and precision, but what drivers experience now is expensive illusion that collapses the moment real-world driving begins. German engineering has hit rock bottom, yet their luxury division somehow manages to charge twice the price for the same problems, plus a few expensive surprises. Audi, prestige in pieces. They're not just selling vehicles. They market status and social positioning. The Q5 promises luxury refinement, German performance, and engineering precision, packaged in one polished experience. But the more time owners spend behind the wheel, the more that carefully crafted image unravels into expensive disappointment. Beneath sculpted metal panels and dazzling LED lighting lies machinery riddled with mechanical misfires, design oversights, and reliability nightmares that transform premium ownership into full-time maintenance jobs. The 2-liter turbocharged engine should represent a masterpiece of German engineering. In theory, it balances performance with efficiency. In practice, it gulps oil like a high-mileage beater. Owners report needing to top off oil weekly, just to prevent low-pressure warnings from illuminating. Let oil levels drop, and engine wear accelerates dramatically. For some unlucky owners, the result is complete engine failure outside warranty coverage. Then comes the positive crankcase ventilation system, essential for emissions and pressure regulation. In the Q5, it's almost guaranteed to fail early, wreaking havoc on performance and causing acceleration delays, engine sputters, and idle surges. The technology package doesn't offer relief from mechanical problems. Infotainment screens freeze during navigation. Climate controls glitch into full heat mode during summer. Parking sensors cry wolf with false alerts. Rear cameras flicker or fail altogether. When problems couldn't escalate further, Audi adds water leak disasters, pooled moisture in footwells, and cargo areas resulting in mildew, rust, and electronic failure. Even safety systems designed to protect occupants suffer from sensor errors. Emergency braking, blind spot alerts, and adaptive cruise control all experience malfunctions that make advanced technology feel dangerous. Resale value, once a badge of Audi's success, continues slipping as repair costs rise, and parts availability creates weeks-long wait times. But even Audi's oil-guzzling nightmares pale in comparison to a car so terrible, the manufacturer quietly erased it from existence without saying goodbye. Mitsubishi, when cheap costs you more. The Mirage was not discontinued with fanfare. It was quietly erased. A whisper of regret from Mitsubishi, buried beneath dealer inventory that wouldn't move regardless of incentives. This subcompact disaster represents vehicles that lure buyers with too-good-to-be-true prices, then punish them for every mile driven. The heart of the Mirage's misery is its unrefined 3-cylinder engine. It groans under acceleration, hesitates during power demands, and vibrates so violently at idle that passengers mistake normal operation for mechanical faults. Combine that with anemic acceleration curves, and you're not driving a car, you're pleading with components to keep up with traffic. Drivers consistently describe the experience as feeling like the vehicle wants to stall out of embarrassment. That's not transportation, that's automotive torment, disguised as budget mobility. Reliability exists on paper through marketing claims, but reality tells different stories. Critical sensors fail without warning throughout vehicle systems, especially acceleration and airbag sensors that drivers never want to question during emergencies. Some owners report doors that refuse to latch properly after minimal use, with hinges loosening far sooner than expected. When your vehicle cannot promise basic functions like closing securely or deploying safety systems during crashes, its attractive price represents serious risk rather than smart shopping. Interior conditions don't improve experiences. Cabins feel like forgotten economy car designs from 2005, featuring plastic panels so thin you can flex them with knee pressure. Upholstery quality is so poor it begins fraying after just a few hot summers. Crash test scores achieved miserable ratings, with rear passenger safety performing especially poorly during impact evaluations. Even supposedly attractive low-maintenance costs become irrelevant when owners visit repair shops more frequently than changing oil. The mathematical promise of affordable ownership crumbles when reliability proves so poor that service visits multiply beyond reasonable expectations. The Mirage disappeared from American markets in late 2024 without redesign, replacement, or farewell. It simply vanished like an automotive mistake, and that story might just happen again with this next brand. Fiat, the jelly bean on stilts. The 500L represents what happens when design departments win arguments over engineering teams focused on functionality. Quirky appearance? Absolutely. Memorable styling? Certainly. Actually functional as daily transportation? Not even close to acceptable standards. Fiat attempted to capitalize on crossover marketplace popularity by stretching their iconic city car into something vaguely resembling SUV proportions. What they constructed became one of the most forgettable automotive flops in modern history. A vehicle promising European sophistication but delivering mechanical disappointment. External styling promises personality that would differentiate it from boring transportation appliances. Interior reality delivers systematic disappointment to owners expecting refinement to match visual appeal. Models produced between 2014 and 2017 faced recurring issues that made ownership feel more like participating in failed prototype testing than driving finished production vehicles. Engine stalling represented one of the most frequently reported disasters. We're not discussing occasional hesitation. We're describing power plants that die completely at traffic intersections and fail to restart without multiple desperate attempts. This transforms routine driving into anxiety-inducing experiences where traffic lights become mechanical roulette games. Transmission meltdowns followed engine problems with depressing predictability. Owners report sudden gear slipping, alarming grinding noises, and dangerous shifting delays that make highway merging feel like playing chicken with traffic. Fiat's dual-clutch system, once marketed for efficiency advantages, became notorious for unreliability and jerky behavior that destroyed driving confidence. Safety recalls followed manufacturing problems like clockwork, suggesting systematic quality control failures rather than isolated incidents. Airbag systems that failed to deploy during crashes, fuel leaks that posed fire risks, and suspension defects that transformed road imperfections into structural tests all plagued ownership experiences. When vehicles weren't actively falling apart, they depreciated faster than buyers could pay off financing agreements. Some owners reported losing more than 50% of vehicle values within 3 years. Financial disasters that transform affordable transportation into expensive mistakes. Even routine city driving felt laborious, as if vehicles were trying to escape their own flawed designs rather than provide comfortable transportation. Failed European experiments are embarrassing, though there's something worse: an American brand that's perfected the art of looking reliable while systematically destroying your peace of mind. Buick, comfortably unreliable. From external appearances, the Encore seems perfectly suited for modern life. Small footprint, decent mileage, smooth ride, and understated presence that Buick built its brand around. However, opening the hood or reading owner forums reveals uncomfortable truths that contradict marketing promises. This isn't a vehicle that improves with time. It tests patience the longer you keep it. The biggest issue is chronic unpredictability that makes ownership feel like automotive gambling. The Encore, particularly from 2015 onward, suffers from wide-ranging mechanical failures affecting different systems seemingly at random. One week, the turbocharged engine struggles to accelerate on highway inclines. The next, air conditioning stops working during peak summer heat. Electrical system problems add frustration layers to ownership experiences. Dashboard error messages appear without corresponding mechanical problems. Infotainment systems lock up during operation, losing navigation and communication functions when drivers need them most. Rear camera displays glitch or fail completely, making parking more difficult than older vehicles without camera assistance. These technology failures make vehicles feel more like unfinished beta tests than completed products ready for consumer purchase. Airbag recalls, seatbelt tensioner failures, and brake issues have earned the Encore unwanted federal attention. It's the kind of vehicle that appears respectable in dealership lots: quiet, clean, sensible, but begins unraveling once it leaves warranty coverage. The turbocharged engine, despite marketing promises of enhanced performance, feels sluggish under real-world conditions. Attempting to merge onto busy highways or pass slower vehicles quickly reveals that advertising claims exceed mechanical reality. The power plant provides more marketing bark than actual performance bite. Interior technology represents another persistent frustration source. The infotainment system, already outdated by 2020 standards, becomes increasingly problematic with poor responsiveness and compatibility issues affecting smartphone integration. While the Encore boasts decent cargo room for its size, that benefit gets overshadowed by reliability concerns that make long-term ownership feel risky. Resale values rank among the lowest in the compact crossover class, primarily because informed buyers understand what this vehicle represents. a short-term solution that becomes a long-term regret. Comfortable unreliability is frustrating. Yet imagine paying muscle car prices for a family hauler that breaks down faster than it accelerates. Dodge. Speed with a price. The Durango accelerates from 0 to 60 miles per hour in 5 seconds. Impressive until repair bills accumulate even faster. What Dodge marketed as a muscular family hauler has become a ticking financial bomb that systematically explodes ownership budgets over time. Real-world fuel economy hovers around 15 miles per gallon, making daily driving expensive regardless of gasoline prices. Combined with reliability that deteriorates year after year, ownership costs accumulate as quickly as acceleration capabilities suggest. Engine failures, exhaust manifold cracks, and persistent electronic faults easily rack up $5,000 to $7,000 in repairs before hitting 60,000 miles. Interior quality issues don't stop at mechanical problems. Cabin appointments are dominated by hard plastics that feel cheap despite premium pricing. Aging technology makes infotainment systems feel several model years behind current standards, while build quality fails to match rivals in similar price categories. For vehicles often stretching beyond $50,000 fully optioned, the Durango lacks finish and refinement consumers expect from significant investments. Safety performance adds additional concerns. Crash test scores remain middling compared to newer competitors, while key driver assistance features are locked behind expensive packages or not offered at all. What makes these shortcomings particularly frustrating is the specific image Dodge cultivates: tough, raw, unfiltered American muscle power. This narrative sells effectively in advertising campaigns, but real-world ownership reveals different, less appealing realities. Worn suspension components require premature replacement. Brake systems experience premature wear. Drivetrain vibrations develop that suggest fundamental engineering problems. Even previously loyal Dodge enthusiasts have begun questioning whether performance alone justifies this much mechanical compromise and financial risk. As dealership incentives dry up and resale values fall, the Durango's true cost becomes harder to ignore. It may look like a performance bargain, but long-term it's more of a financial trap. At least the Durango runs on gasoline. Going electric should solve reliability problems, except when repair bills cost more than most people's houses. Rivian, the $40,000 fender bender. They promised to revolutionize pickup truck transportation and delivered one of the most unpredictable, expensive ownership experiences currently available. The R1T electric pickup stunned early adopters with bold design, cutting-edge technology, and silent performance that suggested a new era of sustainable transportation. However, behind launch marketing came harsh financial reality. One low-speed parking lot collision, just a minor dent and panel replacement, led to a jaw-dropping repair estimate exceeding $40,000. This wasn't exceptional timing affecting one unlucky customer. It represents a consistently repeating pattern, documented by Rivian owners nationwide, who discovered that even minor accident damage creates financially catastrophic repair situations. Why do repair costs reach such astronomical levels? The R1T's design prioritizes innovation over practical serviceability. Body panels are structurally integrated with load-bearing elements, making simple cosmetic repairs require extensive disassembly. Battery pack placement beneath passenger cabins complicates even routine maintenance, while specialized components demand factory-trained technicians and proprietary diagnostic equipment. Most traditional repair shops refuse to work on Rivian vehicles, lacking proper training, specialized tools, and parts access. Rivian's own service network remains limited and still scaling, with insufficient certified centers to support growing customer populations. Parts delivery delays and stretched customer service teams transform what traditionally required days in shops into months-long nightmares for simple component replacements. Even without accident damage, daily reliability remains frustratingly inconsistent. The 2022 model year received harsh criticism in owner surveys for software instability affecting basic functions, sensor errors triggering false alerts, and complete system shutdowns occurring without warning. Battery drain issues plague operation. Phantom warning messages create anxiety, and infotainment glitches continue disrupting routine experiences. Owners expected refinement and reliability from expensive electric vehicles, positioned as premium solutions. Instead, They received rushed production quality, reflecting startup companies chasing aggressive scaling targets rather than prioritizing customer satisfaction. Maintenance costs remain unpredictable, making ownership budgeting nearly impossible. Some escape with minimal expenses, while others face significant out-of-pocket repairs due to inconsistent warranty policies and coverage disputes. Electric vehicles should offer peace of mind through reduced complexity and predictable operating costs. For many R1T buyers, reality has been exactly opposite. Panic-inducing experiences marked by unexpected bills, extended wait times, and persistent regret about purchase decisions. Expensive electric repairs seem almost reasonable compared to what comes next. A luxury brand that's turned unreliability into an art form, while charging premium prices for the privilege. Land Rover, the luxury time bomb. Between 2017 and 2020, Discovery models ranked among the most unreliable vehicles in North America. More than 24,000 owners reported mechanical failures, electronic meltdowns, and warranty nightmares that transformed luxury ownership into expensive crisis management. The Land Rover Discovery certainly looks like automotive success. Carefully sculpted panels, premium paint, and commanding stance exude confidence that luxury buyers expect from prestigious British heritage. However, beneath that meticulously crafted facade lies one of the most fundamentally broken ownership experiences money can buy. Start with the air suspension system, a signature feature supposed to provide adjustable ride height and superior comfort. In reality, this complex system often collapses completely within the first few years, leaving expensive vehicles tilted at awkward angles, sagging noticeably, or completely undrivable until costly repairs restore basic functionality. Drivetrain problems add mechanical insult to suspension injuries. Transfer case seizures occur without warning. Axle noise develops, suggesting imminent failure. Transmission systems produce lurching behaviors that can't be corrected without disassembling significant powertrain portions. Repairs easily costing more than entire budget vehicles. For luxury vehicles regularly selling above $60,000 new, fundamental engineering feels shockingly fragile. Electronic systems prove no more reliable than mechanical components. Infotainment systems frequently freeze during operation, reset randomly, or lock drivers out from basic functions. Keyless entry systems fail regularly. Climate control systems develop bugs, making passenger compartments uncomfortable. Digital dashboard displays experience complete blackouts, eliminating access to critical vehicle information, adding traditional British automotive frustrations to modern electronic problems. Roof leaks allow water intrusion, damaging interior components. Body panel misalignment creates visual quality issues inappropriate for luxury pricing. Brake system problems affect both safety and performance, creating additional concerns about vehicle dependability. The combination of mechanical, electronic, and quality control problems creates vehicles requiring constant owner surveillance just to maintain basic operation. This isn't worry-free luxury ownership that buyers expect from premium heritage brands. Somehow, Land Rover continues successfully marketing aspirational illusions. Customers remain seduced by prestigious badge recognition and sophisticated campaigns, cultivating images of elite capability. What they consistently fail to realize until after purchase is that these expensive vehicles often spend significantly more time in service facilities than providing reliable transportation. Even dealership experiences can prove inconsistent. Extended parts, wait times delay repairs for weeks. Few meaningful solutions exist for recurring problems affecting multiple systems. Service costs continue escalating beyond reasonable expectations. Post-warranty ownership represents where the most severe financial pain begins. Replacement parts carry astronomical pricing, reflecting luxury positioning. Labor rates reach premium levels, matching neither quality nor reliability performance. Most concerning, repair procedures frequently uncover additional problems during inspection, creating cascading costs that multiply original estimates. Some dedicated owners report paying over $10,000 annually just to maintain basic Discovery operation, ongoing costs exceeding entire vehicle payments for reliable competitors. The resale marketplace accurately reflects these realities. Through dramatically reduced values, Discovery models lose value faster within 3 years than virtually any other luxury vehicle, while trade-in offers plummet more rapidly than competing sport utility vehicles. Which of these brands have you personally dealt with? Did the problem start early, or did they sneak up after the warranty ran out? We want to hear your story, so drop it in the comments and let others know what to avoid in 2025. Thanks for watching.